Hey everybody, so you probably saw part one or part A. Welcome to part B, the commentary. I feel for this mother. Behavior is learned. So someone and the 13-year-old probably been abused, a demonic child, abused or not, a demonic child picks out this 6-year-old, play a game. And look what happens. Look what happens on the bus. And you wonder why some parents just don't want their kids in certain schools. You think? You wonder why. 13-year-old wants to play a game, and look what happens. Oh, and then let me guess. I wouldn't be surprised if mammies will say, well, that child needs help. That child needs to be incarcerated because the child knew how to cleverly trick a younger child and do something like that. Misery loves company. They could take that 13-year-old, as far as I'm concerned, and throw him in prison. That's what I said. I don't sympathize with ignorance. And then to think as a parent, here she is, a single parent, and girl, you have to deal with all this on your own. You got to deal with all this by yourself, no father around. The child who did this should be arrested. And I just think when they start to commit crimes of this magnitude, they should go ahead and put them out of the school. I believe that. Yes, put them out of the school, and this record should follow. The record should follow. So when they want to go someplace else, oh yeah, somebody should know, hey, at the last school, this person did this. That record should follow. Because a heathen parent, this is the trash that you raised, or maybe you weren't watching, didn't get help. This just confirms. What do I say? Poverty D and poverty C get together. Poverty P get together, and they create a tragedy and release it on the community. And now someone's child has been altered, has gone to the hospital and has an issue. Gone to the hospital and is now has an issue. Now someone else's child may have been turned out and doesn't even understand what happened. And the mother's saying, oh, he's acting gay, and she's punishing him. And to think the child behavior has turned, you have no idea it's because something has happened to him on the bus. And we don't know how the damage is done here, not just psychologically, maybe. That's why he's acting out. He can't reconcile what's going on with him. And now physical. He's had to go to the hospital. Again, it's time to accountability. If that parent is getting any kind of help from the government, it should cease immediately. I don't care if the parent is under a bridge. It should cease immediately, and that child should be banned from the school bus, and it should be banned from all schools wherever they go. I will make an admission to put this out. It should be banned from all schools. This is your trash that you raised. Guess what? You can school them. Put it back on the parent. That's who put them here. Can you, I cannot imagine. And then she has to deal with this all alone. No help. The mother has to deal with this all on her own. Look at the financial aspect. Probably working on a regular job and got to, get up and go to work. Now you got to miss time off work because your son has been defiled, unfortunately. Now it's time off work. Are you kidding me? Got to go see about the kid. Dusties bring drama, heartache, and trauma. Them and their demonic seed And don't forget the mama, the IOD. They bring so much trauma. The financial implications, it's simply too much dust in the nation. I really am a true believer of that. This is what they do. They bring drama and hella trauma. Something has to be done. And I thought about it. Look how they're protected. And I thought, I'm like, when that kid is probably back on the bus and probably sitting up in the classroom. The kid needs to be called out. But this is the new society. Society, they will coddle those kind. They will coddle him. Well, he got a right to learn. Well, let's throw him your son. If you feel that way. And I would never even do that. I thought about it. This kid, what the hell? This is what they do. This is what they do. Poverty D, poverty C, they produce a child and release a tragedy on the community. This kid, besides the medical bills, will probably, besides medical bills, will probably also need to get some type of counseling. Has no idea, been a victim, innocence taken away. And now there's major damage psychologically and physically because some evil seed on the bus. What they may have to start doing now, but keep in mind, you can't control the kids. And these dust buckets are just having, and the dust bucket women are just having kids by anybody. The budgets are stretched thin. Don't forget, you got a whole influx. See, these are things that BC don't think about. You already have a lot of problems. You got a whole influx of new immigrants coming in. So that's going to mean more resources are going to be stretched thin. Don't forget, those parents, they're not coming in here paying taxes like we are, okay, to pay for the schools. It's not going down like that, homie. It's not. They're not coming in paying. So their resources are going to be stretched. They're going to be limited. So what needs to happen, you may have to have two on the bus, the bus driver and also an adult to sit on the bus and monitor. Sometimes get up, walk, in the middle, in the back. You may have to have somebody to monitor. Maybe you can find a volunteer. But then again, who's going to want that job? Because these kids are so bad. Sorry to say. These kids today, they are a terror. Some of them are so bad, nobody wants to be bothered with them. Nobody. So good luck with that. When you coddle this kind of behavior, you're going to keep on getting the same results. And I can assure you, there will be more support in the BC. Do not be surprised if you find more support on the trash that did this than on the child who's the true victim. Don't be surprised at all. Don't be surprised. You'll be hearing, well, the one that did need some counseling. Beware the seed of poverty D. Honestly and truly, beware the seed of poverty D. Look what has happened, people. Look what has happened. That poor mother and the young kid can't even process all of this. So the school bus isn't safe. Again, all I can recommend is they need to have, besides a bus driver, they need to come up with some funding somewhere to put an adult on each one of these buses. Aside from the camera, you need an adult there. So when something's going on, what the hell's going on over here? They need an extra adult on the buses, and for the parents that are giving birth to these kids that are causing the problems, they need to be suspended from a school. They can go to an alternative school, and that's your only option. But any public school, I think what they should go ahead and do to teach them a lesson, they should go ahead and ban them, because let's think, this is their child. They put this child here. They set the environment up. I don't want to hear about no darn money. It's about decency and safety. The parents set the environment up. So my thing is this right here. This is your child. This is your creation. I want to hear about, well, no father figure. It's beyond that, mama. You know what kind of man you was choosing. If not, you a little slow to got some strange in your bedroom or in the boom boom room. What they should do, the child should be banned from all public schools for at least the next 5 years. So, mama, if this is yours, you and this parent daddy, y'all can figure this out. But we're gonna go ahead and hand you your child. There has to be accountability. Don't forget, some of these kids are not in school to learn. Some of these kids, the mamas are sitting at home sometime or some working some kind of job. They do not want to be bothered. It's a place to babysit and guarantee to feed them. Get them out of my hair for the day. So this child should be banned from all the schools. And if it can't be alternative school, they can go ahead and set up a whole nother school. And guess what little Johnny can do at that school? They can set up a whole nother school. And what little Johnny can do, the parents are going to need to go ahead and pay at least $3,000 to $5,000 per semester. And if you can't afford it, tough, it's on you. This child needs to be banned from all of the public schools. And private, probably sure something going to take them. This child should be banned. But see, we don't want to take that measure because this community is wrapped up in dysfunction. And especially if it's a black male, oh, he need a chance, y'all. It's just wrapped up, consumed by dysfunction. Yeah. And as a result, this is what you get. Just victimizing. And the child could be of another nationality. The same thing will apply to BC. They will still, more than likely, they will still basically simplify with the one they called as a problem. It could be anybody. Mr. Wong Song doing it wrong. It could be Dusty Dan. It could be illegal immigrant. It could be anybody. But there has to be accountability for this here. And I think the child should be banned. Let me know what you all think. I mean, on a school bus. 13 years old. Trick the child as if it was a game. And look what happened. So I just think at this point, again, that child should be banned. Parents got to get more involved. You got time for everything else for the PTA, and it's time for them to go ahead and demand that, okay, what we need to go ahead and do here is we're going to have an adult on the schools. Get involved in your kid's life for whatever, because everybody ain't working. Get involved in your child's life. Get involved. You got me, Ma, you want to do something? The so-called church is so concerned. The black community has a highest unemployment rate. Everybody's not working. Anybody that's decent, they should start getting involved in their community right now. And what they should start doing is say, hey, I'll go ahead and volunteer. Again, it's just for the bus ride. I'll go ahead and volunteer. And me and some grandmothers or mothers who's not working right now on unemployment, you can go ahead and you can volunteer and start riding the bus just to monitor to make sure everybody's okay. Riding the bus. Somebody doing something wrong, get this fool off the bus. But we don't want to do that because that's what accountability looks like. But we can sure sit up here and go pick up little TT from jail. We can come up with some money for that. Why not get involved in your community? Why not? This is the only thing I can think of. Let me know what you all think. But there has to be accountability. There has to be a change. Something has got to give. The seed of poverty D hooks up with some old IOD. They produce a tragedy. And then they just let it out in the community. And things like this happen. Simply Said on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share.